Hello everyone, welcome back to Daily Dose of English. I'm Tom and I'm really happy to see you here today. How's your English journey going? Are you ready to take your speaking skills to the next level? Today we're going to learn something incredibly useful. How to have natural, everyday conversations in English. You know those moments when you meet someone new, when you're waiting for the bus or when you bump into a neighbour. Those are the moments we're preparing for today. I understand that many of you can read English books and understand English movies. But when someone says, "Hey, what's up?" in real life you freeze, your mind goes blank. You forget everything you learned. Does this sound familiar? Well, you're not alone. This happens to almost every English learner. Here's the good news. By the end of today's lesson, you'll know exactly what to say in 10 different everyday situations. You'll learn the phrases that native speakers actually use, not the stiff, formal sentences from textbooks, and we'll practice everything together using the shadowing technique. What's shadowing? It's simple. I'll say a phrase twice, then you repeat after me. This helps train your mouth and brain to work together in English. It's like going to the gym, but for your speaking skills. Let me share a quick story. Last month, I met a student from Japan who told me she studied English for 7 years. But when she went to London and a shopkeeper said, "All right, love," she had no idea how to respond. She later learned it just meant hello. Today we'll make sure you're ready for real English, not textbook English. So find a quiet place where you can speak out loud. Get some water nearby because we'll be doing lots of speaking practice. And remember, making mistakes is perfectly normal. Even native speakers make mistakes. What matters is that you're trying and improving. Ready to start? Let's dive in. Main lesson. Essential conversation starters. Let's begin with the foundation of every conversation. Greetings. Now your textbook probably taught you, "Hello, how are you?" "I am fine, thank you." "And you?" But I have to tell you something. Nobody actually talks like that. Let me teach you what we really say. The most common greeting you'll hear is, "Hey, how's it going?" "Hey, how's it going?" "Hey, how's it going?" Now you repeat. Another super common one is, "What's up?" "What's up? What's up?" Now you repeat. Here's my personal favourite. "How's your day going?" "How's your day going?" "How's your day going?" Now you repeat. For mornings, we often say morning. "How are you?" "Morning. How are you?" "Morning. How are you?" Now you repeat. Now let's learn how to respond to these greetings. Please forget "I am fine, thank you." Here are natural responses. "Pretty good, thanks." "Pretty good, thanks." "Pretty good, thanks." Now you repeat. "Not bad, how about you?" "Not bad, how about you?" "Not bad, how about you?" Now you repeat. "Can't complain." "Can't complain." "Can't complain." Now you repeat. "Doing all right, thanks." "Doing all right, thanks." "Doing all right, thanks." Now you repeat. Let me teach you something cultural here. When Americans ask, "How are you?" they don't really want to know all your problems. It's just a greeting. Keep your answer short and positive. even if you're having a bad day. Now let's learn conversation continuers. These are magic phrases that keep the conversation flowing naturally. Oh, really? Tell me more. Oh, really? Tell me more. Oh, really? Tell me more. Now you repeat. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. Now you repeat. No way. Are you serious? No way. Are you serious? No way. Are you serious? Now you repeat. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Now you repeat. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Now you repeat. Follow-up questions are super important. They show you're interested and keep the conversation going. So what happened next? So what happened next? So what happened next? Now you repeat. How did that work out? How did that work out? How did that work out? Now you repeat. What did you do then? What did you do then? What did you do then? Now you repeat. How long have you been doing that? How long have you been doing that? How long have you been doing that? Now you repeat. Practice section. Building your conversation skills. Now we're going to practice different types of conversations. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Let's start with casual greetings you might use with friends. Hey! Long time no see. Hey, long time no see. Hey, long time no see. Now you repeat. What have you been up to? What have you been up to? What have you been up to? Now you repeat. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Now you repeat. How have you been? How have you been? How have you been? Now you repeat. Now let's practice workplace conversations. Morning. How was your weekend? Morning. How was your weekend? Morning. How was your weekend? Now you repeat. Did you catch the meeting? Did you catch the meeting? Did you catch the meeting? Now you repeat. Working on anything interesting? Working on anything interesting? Working on anything interesting? Now you repeat. Ready for the weekend? Ready for the weekend? Ready for the weekend? Now you repeat. Let's practice showing interest and surprise. You're kidding. You're kidding. You're kidding. Now you repeat. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. Now you repeat. I had no idea. I had no idea. I had no idea. Now you repeat. Wow, I didn't see that coming. Wow, I didn't see that coming. Wow, I didn't see that coming. Now you repeat. Now let's learn smooth topic changes. Speaking of which. Speaking of which. Speaking of which. Now you repeat. That reminds me. That reminds me. That reminds me. Now you repeat. By the way. By the way. By the way. Now you repeat. Oh, before I forget. Oh, before I forget. Oh, before I forget. Now you repeat. Ending conversations politely is also important. Well, I should get going. Well, I should get going. Well, I should get going. Now you repeat. It was great catching up. It was great catching up. It was great catching up. Now you repeat. Let's chat again soon. Let's chat again soon. Let's chat again soon. Now you repeat. Take care. Take care. Take care. Now you repeat. Storytelling. Real conversations in action. Let me share 3 real-life conversations to show you how everything fits together. I'll set up each situation, then we'll practice the dialogue step by step. Situation 1. Bumping into an old friend at a bookstore. You're browsing books when you see someone familiar. It's your old classmate, Emma. You. Emma? Is that you? Emma. Is that you? Emma. Is that you? Now you repeat. Emma. Oh my gosh. Hi, it's been ages. You. I know. How have you been? I know. How have you been? I know. How have you been? Now you repeat. Emma. Pretty good. I just moved back to town last month. You. No way. What brought you back? No way. What brought you back? No way. What brought you back? Now you repeat. Emma. Got a new job at the hospital. I'm a nurse now. You. That's wonderful. How are you liking it? That's wonderful. How are you liking it? That's wonderful. How are you liking it? Now you repeat. Emma. It's challenging but really rewarding. How about you? Still teaching? You. Yeah, still at it. Actually loving it more each year. Let me break this down. Yeah, still at it. Yeah, still at it. Now you repeat. Actually loving it more each year. Actually loving it more each year. Now you repeat. Emma. That's so great to hear. Hey, we should grab coffee sometime. You. Definitely. Let me get your number. Definitely. Let me get your number. Definitely. Let me get your number. Now you repeat. Situation 2. Small talk at the gym. You're filling up your water bottle when someone approaches the water fountain. Stranger. Is it just me or is it super hot in here today? You. Oh, it's not just you. I'm melting. Oh, it's not just you. I'm melting. Oh, it's not just you. I'm melting. Now you repeat. Stranger. Right? I think the AC is broken. You. That would explain it. I was wondering why I was sweating so much. Let me break this into 2 parts. That would explain it. That would explain it. Now you repeat. I was wondering why I was sweating so much. I was wondering why I was sweating so much. Now you repeat. Stranger. Have you been coming here long? You. About 6 months. You. About 6 months. You. About 6 months. You. Now you repeat. Stranger. Just started last week. Still figuring out all the equipment. You. Oh, I remember that feeling. It gets easier, trust me. Oh, I remember that feeling. It gets easier, trust me. Oh, I remember that feeling. It gets easier, trust me. Now you repeat. Stranger. Thanks. That's encouraging. You. No problem. Enjoy your workout. No problem. Enjoy your workout. No problem. Enjoy your workout. Now you repeat. Situation 3. Office kitchen conversation. You're making coffee in the office kitchen when your colleague Jake walks in. Jake. Please tell me there's coffee left. You. Just made a fresh pot. Just made a fresh pot. Just made a fresh pot. Now you repeat. Jake. You're a lifesaver. Monday mornings, am I right? You. Tell me about it. I'm on my second cup already. Tell me about it. I'm on my second cup already. Tell me about it. I'm on my second cup already. Now you repeat. Jake. Rough weekend? You. Actually too short. Went by in a flash. Actually too short. Went by in a flash. Actually too short. Went by in a flash. Now you repeat. Jake. I know that feeling. Did you do anything fun? You. Just relax mostly. Caught up on some Netflix. You? Let me break this down. Just relax mostly. Just relax mostly. Now you repeat. Caught up on some Netflix. You? Caught up on some Netflix. You? Now you repeat. Jake. Took the kids to the park. They wore me out. You. I bet. How old are they now? I bet. How old are they now? I bet. How old are they now? Now you repeat. Jake. 5 and 7. Growing like weeds. You. They do that. Well, better get back to it. They do that. Well, better get back to it. They do that. Well, better get back to it. Now you repeat. Advanced conversation techniques. Now let's learn some advanced techniques that will make you sound really natural. First, we'll practice using fillers. These are words we use when we're thinking. Well, let me see. Well, let me see. Well, let me see. Now you repeat. Actually, you know what? Actually, you know what? Actually, you know what? Now you repeat. To be honest. To be honest. To be honest. Now you repeat. Now that I think about it. Now that I think about it. Now that I think about it. Now you repeat. Let's practice agreeing in natural ways. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Now you repeat. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Now you repeat. That's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. Now you repeat. You took the words right out of my mouth. You took the words right out of my mouth. You took the words right out of my mouth. Now you repeat. Now let's learn to disagree politely. I see where you're coming from, but. I see where you're coming from, but. I see where you're coming from, but. Now you repeat. That's one way to look at it. That's one way to look at it. That's one way to look at it. Now you repeat. I'm not totally convinced. I'm not totally convinced. I'm not totally convinced. Now you repeat. I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure about that. Now you repeat. Common mistakes and how to fix them. Let me share the most common mistakes I hear and how to avoid them. Mistake 1. Being too formal. Don't say, good morning. How do you do? Say, morning. How's it going? Morning. How's it going? Morning. How's it going? Now you repeat. Mistake 2. Giving too much information. Don't tell your whole life story when someone asks how you are. Just say, good thanks. You. Good thanks, you. Good thanks, you. Now you repeat. Mistake 3. Not using contractions. We almost always use contractions in casual speech. Say, I'm good, not I am good, I'm good, I'm good. Now you repeat. Say, haven't seen you in ages. Not, I have not seen you. Haven't seen you in ages. Haven't seen you in ages. Now you repeat. Mistake 4. Translating directly from your language. Every language has different expressions. In English, we say, it's a piece of cake, meaning it's easy. It's a piece of cake. It's a piece of cake. Now you repeat. Break a leg, meaning good luck. Break a leg. Break a leg. Now you repeat. Cultural tips for different English-speaking countries. Let me share some cultural differences in conversation styles. In America, people tend to be very friendly and open. They might share personal information quickly. They often say, "How are you?" as a greeting, not a real question. In Britain, people might seem more reserved at first. They love talking about the weather. It's always a safe topic. They might say, "You all right?" as a greeting, which just means hello. In Australia, people are casual and often shorten words. Afternoon becomes arvo. Breakfast becomes brekkie. They might call you mate, even if they just met you. In Canada, people are known for being very polite. They say sorry a lot, even when it's not their fault. They might end sentences with eh, which is like saying right. Bonus section, handling awkward moments. Sometimes conversations get awkward. Here's how to handle those moments. When you don't understand something. Sorry, could you say that again? Sorry, could you say that again? Sorry, could you say that again? Now you repeat. I didn't quite catch that. I didn't quite catch that. I didn't quite catch that. Now you repeat. When there's an awkward silence. So, anyway. So, anyway. So, anyway. Now you repeat. Well, this is awkward, said with a laugh. Well, this is awkward. Well, this is awkward. Now you repeat. When you need to leave a boring conversation. Oh, look at the time. Oh, look at the time. Oh, look at the time. Now you repeat. I just remembered I need to. I just remembered I need to. I just remembered I need to. Now you repeat your daily practice plan. Here's a simple practice plan to master these conversations. Monday. Practice greetings in the mirror for 5 minutes. Tuesday, use 3 new phrases when ordering coffee. Wednesday. Start one conversation with, "How's your day going?" Thursday. Practice the shadowing exercises from this video again. Friday, have a 2-minute conversation with someone in English weekend. Watch an English show and notice how people really talk. Remember, consistency is more important than perfection. Even 5 minutes of practice every day will make a huge difference. Wow, we've covered so much today. Let's quickly review what you've learned. You now know natural greetings that native speakers actually use, how to keep conversations flowing smoothly, ways to show interest and ask follow-up questions, how to end conversations politely, common mistakes to avoid, cultural differences in English-speaking countries, how to handle awkward moments. Most importantly, you've practiced speaking out loud with the shadowing technique. Your mouth and brain are already getting better at working together in English. Here's your challenge for this week. Use at least 5 phrases from today's lesson in real conversations. Start small. Maybe just say, "How's it going?" instead of "hello." Every little step counts. If you found this lesson helpful, please subscribe to Daily Dose of English. Click that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a lesson. Your support helps me create more content to help you improve your English. Leave a comment below and tell me, what's the hardest part about having conversations in English for you? Which phrase from today will you use first? I read every single comment, and your feedback helps me make better lessons. Remember, every fluent English speaker started exactly where you are now. The only difference is they kept practicing. You're already brave for learning a new language. Keep going, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. Thank you so much for learning with me today. This is Tom from Daily Dose of English saying, take care, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Don't forget, subscribe to Daily Dose of English for more practical English lessons. Until next time, happy learning.